Dennis DeYoung reveals how the Grand Illusion transformed Styx. The moment Dennis DeYoung composed the Grand Illusion, he sensed something truly groundbreaking had emerged. Already known for creating significant songs during Styx's early days, this particular track felt different, like a turning point for the band's artistic direction. I kept revisiting the lyrics, and there was a deeper meaning I couldn't shake, DeYoung shared during a recent UCR podcast interview. That song was the catalyst for Styx's move into thematic albums. Its success convinced me we had discovered a treasure within the band to pull off concept albums. I believe the lyrics carried value, not just for me, but for our audience as well. What's fascinating is how the song's themes tap into a universal truth, that deep down, all people are fundamentally the same, regardless of fame or fortune. No matter how much money or recognition someone attains, we all inhabit this vast universe and face similar struggles, DeYoung explained. I viewed money's main role as a cushion against our own mistakes, buying a bit of immunity from our folly. Without it, errors can be fatal. When that idea clicked while writing The Grand Illusion, I thought, we can create something meaningful here. This perspective carried through to later albums like 1978's Pieces of Eight and 1983's Kilroy Was Here, though some projects resonated more strongly with the audience than others. If you listen closely, you'll appreciate how the lyrical content invites listeners to reflect on identity and perception beyond superficial success. But here's where it gets controversial, DeYoung adds. If the Grand Illusion album had flopped, we probably would have never explored concept albums again. Most fans weren't consciously noticing the messages we layered into the records, and that's perfectly fine, because the heart of any album is the music itself. He even reflects on a what-if scenario. What if the classic track Renegade from Pieces of Eight had been included on Kilroy Was Here? He believes Kilroy could have benefited from having a strong narrative character like the one Tommy Shaw gave Renegade. It's an intriguing thought that prompts us to consider how song placement can shape an album's impact. The challenges behind the Grand Illusion's success. The album's monumental success, selling millions, was partly driven by two top 40 hits, the title track and Fooling Yourself, The Angry Young Man. The flood of fame and financial reward stunned the band, especially DeYoung, as they moved on to create Pieces of Eight. Suddenly, they were earning sums they had barely dreamed possible. This influx of money naturally inspired themes about wealth and responsibility on the new album. For example, the song I'm Okay serves as a pep talk to both himself and listeners, acknowledging that nobody's truly perfect, but it's important to keep pushing forward. DeYoung describes it as a kind of rallying cry, reminiscent of a school gym assembly where everyone stands together, affirming we're all okay. He even gives a nod to Cheap Trick's similarly spirited anthem Surrender, highlighting a shared message of acceptance amid uncertainty. Imagining life without their big break, DeYoung also reflects on the days when Styx were just opening acts for rock giants like Kiss. Backstage, he and drummer John Panazzo wondered if they would ever headline their own massive shows. Those moments inspired parts of Come Sail Away, with lyrics that directly reference their aspirations and the emotional roller coaster of chasing success. Where Dennis DeYoung is today. More recently, Dennis DeYoung has stepped away from the road to focus on his wife Suzanne, who has been battling cancer with intense treatments, including surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation. In a heartfelt family post, his daughter shared how Dennis has taken on the demanding role of primary caregiver, offering comfort, humor, and daily support despite the challenges. His love for my mother never faltered, she said. Suzanne, who has known Dennis for over 6 decades, praises his unique creative ability, how he can hear a song fully formed in his mind before it even appears on paper. This profound connection to his craft shines through even in difficult times. Meanwhile, DeYoung has been busy documenting his life story in a memoir that has been underway since 2014. The project dives deep into Styx's history, including the making of Pieces of Eight. Although the release date remains uncertain, he promises a treasure trove of fascinating anecdotes, including encounters with iconic bands such as Kiss, Aerosmith, ZZ Top, and Frank Zappa. There's no shortage of stories, he laughs. Some are historic not because of us, but because of them. Although he hasn't performed live since 2020, DeYoung recently shared a heartwarming update. A visit from longtime guitarist August Zadra sparked conversations about past glories and future possibilities, moments that remind him of the enduring bonds formed through music. So here's a question to you. Do you think Styx's plunge into concept albums was the right path for them? Or should they have stuck strictly to standalone hits? And, given DeYoung's reflections, how do you weigh the importance of lyrical depth versus catchy melodies in classic rock? Let's hear your thoughts.